You know, I've always wondered what it would be like to be an adult. Now I'm just a few years away from being homeless. This is Iridium. Hitting a wall is just one step closer to breaking it. Iridium is a transition metal located near the bottom of the D block on the periodic table with an atomic number of 77. She possesses an atomic mass of 192.217 AMU. The discovery of iridium dates back to 1803 by a man named Christon Tan. After living in Platinum's shadow for so many years, she was ready to get a name for herself. Tennant, after studying the range of hues her salts displayed, decided that it would be best to name her after the gay goddess, Greek goddess Iris, who represented the rainbow in all of its glory. So I guess I'm not totally wrong. Of course, in her natural state, she isn't quite the colorful peacock she's made out to be. Although Iridium takes on a mostly silvery white appearance, she still hasn't exactly gotten rid of her jaundice. She takes on a very hard and brittle consistency, and possesses a very high melting point to boot. Iridium is very much a fighter that really likes to win and is proud of her title as the most corrosion-resistant metal, making her president of the Noble Metals Club. Corrosion, as some of you might already know, is when a metal steadily forms into a more stable state, such as its oxide, hydroxide, or sulfide. Like her fellow transition metals, she also assumes one of a variety of oxidation states, the most common being +1, +3, and +4. Additionally, iridium belongs to a more exclusive group of elements known as the platinum group metals, which also include ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, osmium, and the aforementioned platinum. I'll go more in depth on the group in Platinum's video, but basically, they are so pimpin' that they could buy your house, car, and left kidney and still have money left over to invest in cryptocurrency. As a strong individual, it should come as no surprise that iridium's also one to bear strong feelings, and no element knows that better than her next door enemy, osmium. It probably has to do with that sibling rivalry they have. Unfortunately, osmium's a bit tougher than he looks, and actually took home the most stubborn award. I don't know why you would want that award, but I mean, he won it, so good job on him. The two are currently battling it out for the most dense award. Oh wait, no, he took that one too. Sorry, Iridium, looks like you're not the most disagreeable kid on the block. They're both so competitive that depending on how much of each is in their shared alloy, they'll argue for hours whether their forbidden ship name should be called Osmiridium or Iridismine. Who am I kidding? All ships are forbidden. It's strange because the two of them used to get along really well. They used to take a calligraphy class together when they were younger, but osmium would always brag about getting the highest grade while Iridium constantly landed in second place, so she eventually snapped and quit the class. That forced Osmium to make some new friends, but in the end, he only really cared about her, and now she never wants to see his face again. Oh my god, this is so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. So, if you ever wanted to meet her in person, be prepared to dish out a lot of dough for it. Iridium doesn't often make public appearances, after she killed all the dinosaurs.
We're what killed the dinosaurs!
But honestly, I don't blame her. I mean, just look at them. Look at them! But if you do manage to get a hold of her, I suggest taking her to a nice, warm vacation spot. Maybe the sun, or the Earth's mantle, perhaps Texas. Of course, all of this being not for her sake, but for yours. She hates hot weather and would do anything you ask her to do if it means she can get a glass of ice water. Iridium also loves to vor. Iridium also loves to eat, so make sure to douse all of her food in Cholula while she isn't looking. I know it sounds mean, but she is very self-conscious about maintaining a stable weight, and you'd be doing a huge favor for her. Also refer to my previous point. Iridium occupies herself by working on high-performance spark plugs and crucibles. Exciting. I know. But that's what you get when you're super hard to contact and don't really like working in groups. Fortunately for her, she loves making the finest salts with her girlfriend-to-be, Chlorine. Of course, she hasn't told her about her interest yet. I know what you're thinking. How could this aggressive, stubborn woman that hates the sun and stays inside all day have a love interest? Well, believe it or not, but Chlorine has always looked out for Iridium and helped stop her from lashing out on others on multiple occasions, actually. For instance, one time Iridium and Iron were in an argument, and Iron said that she was an unrespectable transition metal for taking advantage of programs meant for people with actual financial issues. Iridium was ready to punch him square across the face, but luckily, Chlorine was there to step in. And then she knocked his lights out for trying to push her friend's self-esteem down. Needless to say, she's really good at breaking up bad situations and letting people know if Iridium is having a bad day, even if it means taking the blame herself. If anyone were to lay a finger on Chlorine, you probably won't be walking home with all your limbs attached. Because Iridium would have bought your house, your car, and your left kidney. Oh wow, my Bitcoin stock just went up. So the moral of the story here is, not everyone in the world's gonna like you. And that's okay. The only people that really matter are the ones you can commit crimes with. Now, let's wrap things up with the most anticipated segment. Is iridium lethal? And actually, for the most part, no. One would have to be really careless to die due to iridium, as it isn't readily taken up by the body, as most of its compounds are insoluble. If anything, the element may trigger minor skin and eye irritation, and perhaps a burn or two, but nothing deadly. Please note that while evaluating for the lethality of a stable element, I do not look at its radioactive isotopes, otherwise every element would be a yes. Obviously. As always, feel free to suggest the next element in the comments below. Also, please like and subscribe to Vanadium Valor if you want to see more stuff like this. There will also be links to my DeviantArt and Tumblr below where I post the rest of my element personifications. Although admittedly, I don't really use Tumblr a lot, so I don't know why I have that done there. But if you want to get ahead of the game, go check them out. Until next time, Selamat Malam, nerds!